sport. I'm going to walk you through a basic warm-up. There'll be many different warm-ups that we'll provide through our video series. This is one that you can easily get started with. The function of a warm-up is to bring the blood from your organs, which has been stored when you're in a sedentary situation, in and flowing through the muscles. So I just simply start, you can start moving from wrists and work towards elbows, shoulders, into neck, down your spine, into your hips, knees, ankles, and so on. Very easy progression from one step to the next. Okay? So I'm simply just putting a little bit of tension into my palms, moving back and forth. I won't demonstrate to the full extent, but normally I try to do between 16 to 20 repetitions. Okay? As far as the elbows are concerned, I simply draw as if I'm doing a bicep curl and a tricep extension. And as I go through this, as you can see, I'm beginning to bring my elbows up, reaching my hands down towards my back. Okay? So I just start to feel some warmth develop into my arms. Okay? As I'm getting my elbows closer and closer towards my ears here, okay, I can simply start to raise my hands up above my head, okay, pointing my fingertips backwards. So go along. Okay. So I'm going to turn my head right to left, get some mobility. And with this one here, I just want to be careful that I'm not going to go too far into the extension in either direction. I'm just going to allow it to go a little bit further each time. Right to left, move my neck from side to side. As you can see, I can turn my body slightly and get a stretch through the sides as I start to work into the upper back and waist and so on. When I'm moving to the front, my head, and bring my shoulders forward, bring my shoulders back as I extend my neck through its normal range of motion. Now if I'm still feeling some tightness, my neck as I go through there, I can put my chin pointing towards the sky, then towards my pec or shoulder or collarbone. Okay. Few to the right, few to the left. This also begins to stretch into the trapezius muscles at the top of the shoulder. Okay. We'll begin to work a little bit deeper into the shoulder blades now by doing rotation with my arm, letting the shoulder blade move off of the back and then to the center of the back. I prefer to start underarm, as I feel that's easier for the shoulder to find its way through this range of motion. I get into the upper back with fingertips just together, okay, and moving right to left and beginning to twist. And as I'm going through this range of motion, I'm kind of countering from one knee to the other to get a little bit of a deeper range of motion through my trunk. Okay. Go back to center. This one here is more for the waist, a little bit lower than the previous exercise. I'm not going too far backwards. Just trying to keep around a vertical plane at the top of the extension. Now into the waist. Here I can reach forward with my hips a bit. Then other direction. I can work through, I won't demonstrate for any length of time, but working a figure eight with my foot, and as I draw this figure eight with my big toe, just remember to go both directions with that. This just begins to challenge my balance. Okay, So I simply gaze at one spot and be solid into my supporting foot, working through this range of motion, which is really in some ways challenging my motor skills as well at this point in the warm-up. My breathing has started to get a little bit deeper, and I can start to feel that I'm warming up. This is what I want to achieve. Now into the quadriceps and hips and so on. I just simply work some squats. I'm keeping the weight over my whole foot. My knees are tracking with my feet. Okay, and I work to get some stretching into the bottom. Start to work from overhead, reaching forward, stretching into the lower back, and activating my core or abs on the extension upwards. Okay, I'm going to start to work up onto the balls or toes. Okay, and this is going to put some pressure into my calves and into my feet. Now to finish it off, I do is just a little coordination exercise. I start on the top. Okay, alternating, touching shoulders with fingertips, extending one arm vertically and one arm horizontally, and then alternate from there. Then with the feet, I'm going to jump, moving 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and landing with both feet together. Now I'm going to work to coordinate this. Now I feel fully warmed up and ready to begin my practice or my workout.